Hey everybody, MDW back again with another action figure review for you. And today I've picked up a figure that has caused some controversy over the last couple of weeks or so, when people have started seeing the sculpt of this figure, the head sculpt compared to the actual box art. There's been a little bit of negative feedback towards it. So today I've got the Hot Toys Obi Wan Kenobi figure from episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, and we're going to crack it open and have a look at it. I'm going to review it for you now. Like I said, the front box has got plenty of good bits and pieces on it, but apparently the figure is a little bit lacking within, so I'm quite interested to see this because I don't really see a Hot Toys figure get as much negative press as this one has. So let's get it open. Guys, welcome back, thanks for joining me. So we're going to do a quick review of the box first and see what that's all about, and then we'll open it up and have a look at the figure as always. So, quite like the box on this one, Obi Wan Kenobi picture there, the figure, Star Wars logo, and then kind of like they did with the Rogue One figures and Last Jedi, they've got like this kind of little sleeve thing that goes over the top of the box, which goes all the way around, which is quite nice. So there's a picture of Obi Wan there with his lightsaber, as you can see, and then one with his robes on the side. Nice bright yellow and oranges for the lava of Mustafa. Obi Wan Kenobi there, so that's quite a nice little touch. Open up the box, and then same as all Star Wars Hot Toys, there is an image inside printed on. As you can see that there, so it's fighting Anakin. That's cool. Take the sleeve off, and there we have the figure. Is all nicely packed. There's a little plastic vacuum casing. So yeah, let's take all this casing off now and have a look at what resides within Obi Wan Kenobi. Okay, here we are everybody, so it's outside of the box now, so let's have a closer look at Obi Wan Kenobi. So the first thing that I want to bring up is, so the issues that people have had is that the artwork on the box and all the kind of original photos of this figure were a lot more detailed, specifically around the facial area. Now, I'm aware that obviously, you know, they do like prototype models and stuff, and they spend a lot more time on them. But people said that this was literally like the facial sculpt looks so much different. So I'm going to bring it up here, close there. Now, yeah, I haven't really got a problem with it. Do you know what I mean? I don't think, yeah, it's got a likeness to Ewan McGregor, definitely. And you know, if I was to not see the picture on the box, perhaps I would have, you know, not been aware of what people were talking about. I would have perhaps been like, well, get over it, kind of thing, a little bit. But I'm going to bring in the box here with it. Okay, let's have a look. So just going to move this up a little bit, give the crackling on my little camera there. Okay, so you guys can see a little bit while people are a bit aggrieved about it. So there is so much detail more on the beard than there is on this figure. The hair, I believe, I mean, obviously this, you know, should probably be picked out with the lighting and stuff like that, but the main thing that I can see is the lines under his eyes. So this looks like, you know, old Obi-Wan, wiser. You know, he's got these like little lines of definition under his eyes there, bags, looks a bit more weathered around the face, age, you know, the lines, wrinkles across the forehead. The facial shape as well, you can see his jaws a little bit wider here on this figure as well. This Obi-Wan, you can see his chin is very pointed down. I don't know whether the beard kind of brings out that shape a little bit more in this version of the figure that we can see here on the front of the box, but the actual, you guys can see the haircut, it sways a lot more round here. This one just kind of goes over. The hair is picked out a lot more with the paint job and the definition of the sculpt. It's a lot softer on the version you get in the box. And so you guys can see all the detail. He's frowning here, you know, kind of like troubled as if he's just about to fight Anakin, his oldest friend. Now the figure is frowning a little bit. You have got a frown there. I don't know whether it's just the lighting perhaps or the way they've picked out it, but you know, as you guys can see, that does look, for me, the main thing is the head shape. The head shape looks so different. The ears look further back. They look smaller on the actual figure. The cheekbones, yeah, like higher up. There's no lines of definition, and the main thing as well is he hasn't got any moles. Like Ewan McGregor's got two big moles there. It kind of stands out, part of his, you know, part of the recognition of Ewan McGregor as well. And you know, you can see it on this sculpt here quite clearly. Nothing on this one. So, you know, these figures aren't cheap. They are not cheap at all. And Obi-Wan, you know, is blatantly one of the fans' most popular characters throughout all the saga. I just thought perhaps, you know, I can see where people are coming from with it. I don't really have a problem with the figure that I've been given, but I can see by looking at that picture there why people would have an issue with it. You know, from paying £250 plus for a figure like this to look, you know, really nothing like the box, the prototype picture. Now I do notice it on some of the other ones. I've got Luke Skywalker from Return of the Jedi, obviously, and Rey and all that. They will look different because they are the prototypes. But yeah, the main thing for me is just the head shape was different, and the ears, and the kind of definition of the lines under the face to show his age and everything. I thought, you know, because they are capable of doing it, because we've seen it with stuff like the Emperor. So yeah, there's my 2 cents on it. You know, that's the issue, and there is a difference between that and the box art, quite substantially more so than I've seen with any other Hot Toys figure. So let's have a rundown of Obi-Wan's articulations. Let's put him over here. So yeah, his head freely moves because of his tunic, so he goes left and right, goes up and down a little bit there, goes right down, in fact. Yeah, so his head moves all the way around. Now because of obviously he's got his Jedi tunic on, the movement of this figure is probably going to be pretty decent. So again, his arms go all the way up, it's probably about as far as you can get them, and they obviously swivel forward and back. They rotate at the elbow, and then the hands, obviously, because he's got his massive cloak on, his hands obviously spin 360 degrees, so the joint at the elbow. So you've got pretty free roaming movement all the way through his arm, forward and back. There we go. There's a torso crunch a little bit forward, not really much so I don't think. He's got his belt that kind of hinders any sort of movement there. He's got a little bit of a torso twist, not much. Again, his tunic down here gives you plenty of movement. So again, you know, his legs go out quite a way. There we go. Again, obviously the cut of his trousers will prevent it from going any further really than that. And then there's a joint at his knee, so his knee bends quite nicely up and down. Other side as well, pretty decent. And I don't think there's much of a swivel. Yeah, there's a bit of a swivel here at the top of his legs. And then his boots here are all one piece. They kind of swivel with the whole of the leg, really, the joint there. So you can't really get much movement out of it. Even the boot itself doesn't really move up or down or swivel that much either. So there's a rundown of the movement of Obi-Wan. Again, pretty standard, which we expect from the Hot Toys. So a closer up of the costume that the Obi-Wan's wearing. So he's in his classic Jedi robes that we all know and love. I don't know whether this is the kind of same material that is used for the Anakin Skywalker figure. I haven't had the pleasure of having a little closer look at that figure yet. But yeah, everything looks pretty accurate. So he's got this massive Jedi robe that you can do right the way up to cover himself over, just like he has in New Hope when you first meet him, with the massive arms that cover over his hands there. He's got the hood. Now there's no wire in the hood at all around here, so he does sit. You can get some kind of quite strange hood poses with him, but if you just play around with it a little bit, so something like that, spend a bit of time moving it around, I was satisfied with that. I could get quite a decent kind of hood position rather than some of the cheaper toys where they just kind of go out like that and there's not really much you can do about it. But yeah, you can kind of influence where the cape's going to sit, these little bits down here, so that's really nice. It's a very thin material as well, so it's lots of flexibility. It's got a very strange feel to it as well. On the inside there, it's very kind of rough. It catches on like your fingers, the actual flesh on your fingers. It actually catches on it. It's really weird. It's almost like a prickly sensation. Obi-Wan's cloak comes off quite nicely, because it's so big and flowing. It just literally comes off him, not a problem. So you've got literally his tunic underneath there. So there's a bit of wire here. So these two funny little tassely bits at the front of his tunic. There's a bit of wire here and a bit of wire that side there, so you can literally bend them a little bit there, so you get flowing action if he's like in the middle of battle and you want to pose him in a dynamic pose. I think his ones on the back here don't have any wire in them. No, I'm pretty sure they don't. No. And then his tunic here has some wire, believe in it, down at the bottom of it. So there's some little bits of the under tunic there that you can use the wire elements in to pose it a little bit. I don't think there's any other bits around here. Oh yeah, there is. Yeah, there we go. So there's wire around the end of his cuffs. Close look at his belt as well there. So he's got a couple of pouches on there, all picked out with a lighter brown. Some nice metal detail on the centre there, and obviously all the way around the belt. It's got kind of some brass pins there. That's quite cool. His utility belt, and then his boots as well, like I said, are all one piece there. Some nice stitching on them, and they're kind of a really nice terracotta brown. Let's have a quick look at the face sculpt then on Obi-Wan. So Thankfully, he doesn't really suffer from the kind of crazy stare, drunk eye look that some of the figures have. You know, again, it's pretty decent sculpt for it. His hair is all picked out with a lighter brown. Loads of nice detail on the beard. You can see it kind of like, you know, it's heavy around here and it kind of fades away. It goes up his cheeks, and then obviously he's got the beard, which has been picked out with a darker brown. His moustache around there. He has got some nice markings on it. As you can see, like I said earlier, there's a couple of little moles there. They're not very prominent. And obviously I like his kind of 5 o'clock shadow underneath his beard as well, so it kind of fades quite nicely. The flesh colour's picked out as you would with all the male characters. Blue eyes, yeah, so it's yeah, there's no crap paint job on my one here, and I say it's pretty standard quality. So like all good Jedi Masters, Obi-Wan comes with some accessories with him. You've got the standard Hot Toys hands, so he's got the light up ability on his lightsaber, which thankfully all the Jedi have, and all the lightsaber wielding figures have generally at the moment coming out from Hot Toys. So he's got this whole replacement arm with the hand. You put the batteries in, so you get a little pack of batteries. They're in with the figure, and what you do is literally open up this with the tiniest screwdriver in the entire universe that you must have at home somewhere. Open this up, pop the batteries in, seal it back up again, and then obviously you can put the blade, there's an on and off switch there, sorry, you put the blade in and then it lights up. It does light quite brightly. I'm not going to do it, demonstrate it, because I'm possibly likely selling on this figure after the review, so I didn't really want to kind of spend so much time trying to take it off. I have had issues in the past, especially Luke Skywalker from Return of the Jedi. He was an absolute nightmare to put his lightsaber hand on. You know, I ended up nearly breaking the figure because of his tunic was so tight. To get this whole arm off, it's just an absolute nightmare. So there you go, bear that in mind, guys. Obi-Wan's probably going to be nice and easy because he has got just a really flappy tunic, so that's fine. He's got obviously loads of hands. He's got the one there, kind of holding grip hand, and he's got 2 again holding hands. That's probably for his lightsaber. It's perhaps for his communicator it comes with, and then 2 obviously force push hands, and then obviously his classic attack stance or defense stance pose that he does. I'm just going to throw this out there. I've never really liked that stance really. I just think he looks like a bit of an idiot when he does it, but it's cool that you get that in there. It's his iconic little pose that he does. So you get those in with him. You get his little beep 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 communicator that he has in Phantom Menace that him and Qui-Gon use, and he has it all the way through the Clone Wars. So that's quite a nice little touch in there. Got his lightsaber, so again, same as all other lightsabers we've seen with the Hot Toys figures, really nice, picked out with a kind of really shiny vac metal colour, the gold, the bronze, the silver, and the detail that you guys can see, these kind of little rivets there that have been kind of like, I don't know if it's actually been moulded in or is that like painted on. Looks like it's been painted on, but that's quite cool, really nice. And then obviously the lightsaber blade which lights up, and you can detach this blade, I believe, off. Take it off there we go, yeah, and then you can replace it with the swinging lightsaber blade, which literally just pops back in there. This looks really cool when you put the battery in and lights it up because it goes right the way down there, and obviously this simulates the swinging motion of the lightsaber. That's really cool. They've done that with pretty much all of the figures. Get those with him, and then you get something that was a really nice surprise for me, which I wasn't expecting at all. You get a dismembered battle droid. So cool. Yeah, so you've got 3 parts of the battle droid. I believe these go on the base, so you can display them with Obi-Wan. So you've got the torso of the battle droid, and it's really nice. It's been cut with a lightsaber. It's got the orange residue around there, where it's literally just white hot. And then all the internal workings of the battle droid as well, nice and orange. Cool weathering effect on the battle droid, really nice. And then we've got the battle droid head as well, again, chopped right down the middle of the face. Really excellent. And then you've got the severed arm as well, so again the metal cut through there, and then the classic battle droid blaster. Again, that's really nice, picked out again with the dark metals, and it's got a little wash over it as well. Looks quite weathered. That's really nice. It's attached to the hand, I believe, so you can't take that off and put it on any other figures if you want. No, it doesn't look like it opens up. No. So yeah, there we go. That is all the accessories that Obi-Wan comes with. I'll show you the base in a second, but yeah, a pretty decent amount to come with the figure. So let's have a quick look at Obi-Wan Kenobi's base. So the standard Star Wars logo, Obi-Wan Kenobi on the front there, and then it's got the classic stand at the back. You can adjust these to sit in your figure's groin there, so they can stand up and not fall over. So you should pop that in there. He comes with 2 decorative tops for his base. So you've got this one here, which is quite nice sand rubble, so it could be on any number of planets from Tatooine or any of the planets he goes to during the Clone Wars. There we go, sits on there. Or you can go for this kind of industrial base, quite nice with a bit of red lighting on it there, so it's more like Mustafar, or any of the, let's say, the fights he does in kind of, you know, any one of the other planets again throughout the Clone Wars. And you can literally, I believe, put this like that, and then obviously compose a character and stick all the remnants of the battle droid kind of on the base with him. You know the score by now with the interchangeable hands. You literally twist them off, and then you pick the hand you want, and then you just literally twist it gently back into place. So there we go, everybody. There is my review of the Hot Toys Revenge of the Sith Obi Wan Kenobi. I hope you enjoyed the review and the information in it was worthwhile. Whether you pick this up or not, I will leave down to you guys. I mean, to be honest with you, this wasn't my most favourite figure I've reviewed. I mean, Obi Wan Kenobi is obviously an iconic character. Shocker of shockers, he's not my most favourite person actually in the Star Wars franchise, but you know, each their own. He is Mr. Jedi really next to Anakin Skywalker, so I can see why everybody is excited about this figure. I can see the reasons why people get upset with the facial sculpt differences. The figure itself is quite small in his body and stature compared to like some of the other figures. When he's got his Jedi robes on, he looks really excellent with his hood up, and there's a lot of posability. I like the battle droid base and the interchangeable kind of base decorative bits that you can put onto it. The light up feature is obviously standard with all the lightsaber characters, so you know, I was expecting that with him. There's just something about him I'm just a little bit disappointed with. I don't know what it is. I mean, you know, he's a good solid figure. If you're a massive Obi Wan Kenobi fan, he is a pick-up obviously as well, because if you have Anakin Skywalker as well, that just completes the set, and you can have some great posing duels with him as he does in Revenge of the Sith there. Obi-Wan's going to be hitting the stores now, I believe. You know, he's around the standard price point. There is a deluxe model which comes with, I think, a hollow kind of a hollow table with a scene on it of Anakin bowing towards the Emperor, which is quite cool as well, but I decided just to pick up the standard version. Thanks very much for watching, everybody. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. MDW signing off. See you soon.
Find MDW on Facebook and Instagram now at MDW_toys.